All right, so I kind of was digging around in my old setups, especially when I was kind of cleaning out January, and I got a couple of different ideas of how I kind of want to continue to evolve my setup. Up here, I have just like random sheets, which I call my inbox, but really it's just a place for me to dump to-dos. I'm trying to determine how to best make the 16mm pocket rings work for me. I don't want to go to a bigger size. I really like the portability that I get with this size. I can just stick my phone in right here if I need to. The pockets are perfect when I'm going to go shopping. I can just stick my debit card in there or my cash, which I only ever really use this for cash or if like there's a bill that I need to pay attention to or follow up on. Whatever I want to get done, I just put it here, and then I just have all of my sticky notes and things over here. This system, I've been using it for a couple of months and it actually works really, really well. So I'm just going to continue that part. I just like the way that this looks layered. Other than that, I don't use it at all. I want to create something different myself for this portion, but I just haven't had the time to do it. A little dashboard I made, inbox. Here is just an ongoing to-do list for the month of February, goals that I want to achieve, project planning sheet, task management. I divided it up. I set this up last month and I didn't use it. I think I have a struggle categorizing tasks, which is kind of where I'm going through right now as I'm hitting a wall, as I'm decluttering and minimizing my home. So I'm really trying to establish a routine with all that. Here's my notes section. This is just beautifully colored notes for fun. Whatever I want to jot down and such. Usually when I have a page set up like this, I use it as the reflection page for the end of the month. I had thought that last month I was going to kind of tally awesome things that happened throughout the month, but I really enjoyed just using the page as a recap. Quote card. This quote, I've loved it forever, and I have yet to put it in my planner, and I thought, you know what, now is the best time. Now or never, right? I love this quote. My calendar. Just got a couple layers of deco here. This is just a freebie from the City Girl Plans. I have month inserts from the planner spot. Last month I just kind of played with it. I wasn't sure how I even wanted to use it. I'm not great at using monthly inserts, but I really like the overview that this provided. This month I haven't even set it up beyond just a couple of things that we have going on. I do have the month of March in here, so that way I can start planning ahead. I like kind of doing things like that in quarters, and then I just have dots from the planner spot in here. This page I just created. I took the time to do it. It's got my hourly setup, tasks that I want to get done, and then just kind of like my routines, and then my events and things that I want to do to stay motivated. I just created this to kind of help me focus a little bit more. I think I spend so much time on daily pages, which work out nicely, but I just want to really hone in on my time. So this is fun to do. I really enjoy doing it, but practicality is that I want to make sure I am using my time wisely. So my time blocking, I'm going to write to-dos here. Time breakdown, morning lunch when I'm off of work. This all has to do around my work day. Just random tasks options down here. Morning routines, evening routines, commitments that I have, and things, positive habits to maintain. I wanted to print grid on the other side, but I just couldn't figure it out. I didn't have enough time this morning, so I'm just going to leave it for now and maybe even just create my own lists to work off of. And then I went ahead and I inserted this ruled paper. All I did was remove the checkbox list option from the free insert that's from Peanuts Planner Co. And then on the opposite side, I printed a 3-category list, which I will use this as like my weekly rundown, and then an ongoing task list and project planning. I've already started a couple of projects yesterday, so I'm kind of excited that I'm shifting towards this method of planning because I can really put into detail the things that I want to focus on. I don't need to see my day every day. It's great to do, it's fun to do. I like doing the stickers. I love seeing a full day, but ultimately, I don't need to keep track when I did my laundry. You know, that's just something that I already have assigned on my weekly tasks on how to spend my evenings. I don't need to spend more time thinking about it, let alone writing it down. So I'm really trying to shift into a doer mode. So I'm going to set this up and get that portion started. This is my personal section. Again, I have the quote. I really love this quote. I want to print it on a vellum or a transparent sheet just to kind of eliminate the space that the paper takes up itself. But I was just kind of playing with the sizing. It's a little off. That's why the person who said it is kind of cut off down there. This is just another quote card. This is my mood tracker. I don't know. Last month I kind of gave up halfway, like 3/4 of the way through the month. I don't know how well I'm going to do this month, but it's been kind of fun to do this, even if I don't stick with it. This is just a tracker that I use to track something personal. Same thing here. This is kind of my prayer petition sheet. I'm supposed to petition for my family, obviously, every single month, and I just haven't gotten that part done. We're on day 4, I believe, of the month, so I don't crack myself down too hard because every single month your prayer petitions change. So I'm not too discouraged on that. This little thing, I've had it in my planner for months. It's how to stay positive in a negative situation. It just asks, is it worth getting upset over? What is the lesson? Am I overreacting? What is the positive I can take away? How is this making me a better person? Can I control the situation? What can I do right now to make myself feel better? How can I see the situation with love? This has been really helpful because I think sometimes we're so quick to just snap back at people or have a reaction or take things the wrong way, and it's not always about us. So it just kind of helps keep me grounded. And then here I just kind of have different trackers that I'm trying to free myself of. So low spend, no spend, making sure I get enough activity. I'm trying to free myself from bad habits. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm living every single day in purity. And I'm doing a good job of it. I mean, how do you really measure that? But I think it's just those little intentional habits that you are changing, whether that is intentionally smiling at people or making sure you're picking up after yourself or doing one kind gesture. I'm just trying to free myself to make myself a better person. So this is kind of funny. I made this list because I wanted to make sure I was intentionally keeping my friendships healthy. So this is just a way that I kind of like refresh myself every single month, that I am putting as much effort into my friends as they are into me and making sure that I am finding the time to set aside for them. I set this insert up. I'm not sure if I'm going to even use it, but if not, it's ready for March. Another dashboard. Shows to watch. I'm actually really bad at tracking my shows. These are just things that I wanted to try to watch. I don't have a lot of time to sit around and watch TV, but this is always fun when I have, you know, those rare couple of hours to just, oh, what did I want to watch? You know, let's pull it up on Hulu or whatever. I love this dashboard. I think it's one of my favorite ones in my planner at the moment, and it just so coincidentally matches perfectly with my Gillio. And here's this quote again. Gosh, I'm just finding it everywhere. I don't know how many times I've printed it. This is my finance section. We keep track of our bills this way. We have our monthly bills to pay, and then here we just kind of have a checklist and every single month and whether it's been paid or not. And then I keep track of people that owe me money, our credit cards, and this is supposed to be our check register. We're on day 4 and I have yet to sit down and really fill it out. We are going to change the method in which we manage our finances. So we're kind of discussing it we're kind of in the middle of discussing it right now. So right now we're kind of on a freeze where we're not really allowed to spend any money. Except I already bought a new planner, but my husband doesn't need to know that. So this is the check register portion. So once we could develop our system, I would be more than happy to really dive into financials. I know that's a really big thing in the planner community right now, which is amazing. We have been on our debt-free journey for over 5 years. At this point, we are almost to another milestone. So we just have we've had a lot of setbacks, so we've been very, very lucky. And then this is just a to buy section. You know, what can I buy? And I am terrible at referencing this list, but I have done so much better in the past year, in the past 6 months, in the past 3 months, even in the past few days. So I am proud of myself. And I just kind of like, I just sat down one day and I was like, you know what, why do I keep buying random things? You know, and I created this list a couple years ago, and I've just kind of always moved it along in my planners. My spending, I have the conference that I'm going to coming up, and I have my trip details and itineraries, and kind of how much I'm gonna end up spending, and how I have my trip budgeted for. So yeah, and then this is for coupon codes. I'm not really shopping a whole lot, which is kind of weird. But I usually write coupon codes even for restaurants and things like that. If I have something in an app, I'll just jot it down, because I'll save the email and I will jot it down here, because then that way I'm actually like putting my memory to pen, if that makes sense. It helps me a lot do that. And then I have my to buy list for the house, different things. We've been doing really good about managing our groceries online. I have completely moved away from our grocery lists, because we've gotten into a really nice routine where we are basically using the same purchase list every other order that we have. These are my active online orders that I'm waiting for right now. This is Martha's Busy Little Life. This section's my inventory section and my profit and loss when it comes to the business itself. Here's my information section. It just has personal information and then insurance. And then I have another 2020 at a glance holiday calendar. Here I have addresses. This is my overview. That's what I call this section, I guess. It has another 2020 overview calendar, things that I have coming up. Schedule information and commitments. For my sons and for my daughters. And then this is like my work calendar, which I'm honestly, I need to probably just take it out. This is my 2020 overview. This is me using a lot of sticky notes to plan. I have the whole year in here, which is really nice. It's not filled out, but it's pretty much set up and ready to go. This is a sticky sloth order that I wanted to make and didn't make. I resisted. So, and then these are just cute little dashboards that I have in my planner. This is my information card. Got this from the planner spot. This is where influenced me to make this piece. And I'm so silly, because when I made this, I put that I work Saturday and Sunday. I do not work Saturday and Sunday. So when I came over here and I did it this morning, I just corrected that. And then I actually blocked off the time that I was gonna work this week. I don't know how realistic this is to do every single week, but I could probably do a month at a time. I just really wanna focus on getting things done versus decorating a daily page, if that makes any sense to anybody. But this is a simple walkthrough of my planner and how I'm using it, my system that I'm going to try to use. I don't know how successful I will be at it, but I will update all of you when my system is kind of constantly evolving. I don't want to say changing, because I'm not moving out of a pocket. I still use personal size as a notebook. I love this, like I love using this planner. It's not even like a thing. This is just so simple. I got these freebies from Peanuts Planner Co. and her Facebook group. I just have random to-dos. I use it like a brain dump. And then I have another online order form here. Things that I want to buy for different areas of my house. This is a very, very simple planner. This is my months. I don't have February written in. I have this calendar in here just for overview. Last month it was just very, very simple. And then I have the same 2-week overview that I'm using to pre-plan for when I put it, before I put it into my pocket planner. And then I just have a dashboard of my babies. And then just notes pages, different versions of notes pages. This is just a bunch of note paper that I have. I just was using them to keep track of my tombos, ended up with all of them, so now I'm just using it for scratch paper. There's no reason for me to keep it. This is second half of the year. I'm not sure why I only have the second half in here. This is my address section. Family birthdays and celebrations. Got the whole year here. Personal information. I got the year tracker. I don't know what I thought I was going to track in here. If you have seen my Instagram, you see that I have, once again, established a nice collection of Filofaxes. I love the Filofax. I think it's just an easy planner to clean, maintain. It's durable. It's firm, so I don't have any issues trying to take a quick note when I'm on the go. And it's nice because none of my planners, they're beautiful planners, don't get me wrong, but they're not just pretty planners, they're actually being used. So it's kind of like, I appreciate my planner system even more because of how I have it that way.